Welcome back. And this is what podcast is this? This is probably going to be put
This is a
into
one
flow.
shot. A one shot.
This is our one shot podcast, where we wanted to just
Daily
sit
Planet. A
down.
Daily Planet one shot.
Daily Planet one shot podcast. We wanted to sit down and think about some changes going on. So, Marcus, have you heard the news?
Well, before we jump right into that, let us introduce ourselves. I am Marcus Flowers, aka Flo, aka Call Me What You Want. Just don't call me lazy. At one Marcus Flowers on all social media platforms, and I am here with.
Y'all know who it is, Metro Meta, the one who will rise above.
Okay, and yes, I did hear the news, so it's official. It was official on Wednesday, or it was Tuesday at midnight. So
Yeah.
I guess so. It's official. 21st Century Fox is now under the Disney umbrella, which Disney is a. It's already been a monopoly. Its empire got even bigger, so now we can finally get our Simpsons, Mickey Mouse, um, amalgam that we have been waiting for. So what are your first thoughts about this?
Uh, well, first off, let's put some qualifiers on this. So, Disney did a 71.3 billion dollar purchase of the film and TV assets held by 20th Century Fox. It's one of the biggest media mergers ever. Um, so the merger was completed on March 20th. Of course, this unfortunately will come with layoffs to many Fox people, unfortunately speaking. So the Disney purchased a boatload of movies and TV shows, as well as a controlling stake in Hulu. So basically Disney bought up everything from Fox instead of excluding its the Fox Sports and the Fox News and the Fox TV News Network, which who wants any of those stations anyway? It's gotten its hands on a lot of different franchises, including X Men. Um, I can't find all of them, but X-Men's, The Simpsons, and many other IP. So this is a very interesting thing. Off the bat, the nerd in me is very excited to see just to see what they can do with all this new content, especially going into the Disney Plus coming out next year. Marcus, what about you?
So yeah, I actually was just reading over just some stories, and just a few days into the merger, Disney has already cut some high level Fox executives, and they will officially shut down Fox 2000 level. So basically, Fox 2000 is the label that made the Hate You Give, Hidden Figures, and Diary of a Wimpy Kid, among others. And it's an estimate that when it comes to the executive levels, about 2 dozen executives have been released to save about $2.1 billion, and it's estimated that nearly 3,000 people, mostly at Fox, are expected to lose their job as Disney determines how it will integrate the companies. According to people familiar with the with the situation, and Disney has not disclosed a target number for job cuts. However, the Burbank company has said that it expects at least 2 billion in cost synergies by 2021 from operating effective realized through the combination of businesses. So yeah, and basically, with the and although I know you said this, but even though Disney has bought Fox Entertainment, they have not they have not bought Fox News. So Rupert Murdoch and the Murdoch family, they have held on to Fox News, the Fox Broadcast Network, and Fox Sports, along with the 50 acre studio lot in Century City. and the Murdoch family on Tuesday created a slimmed down company called Fox Corp. So, yeah, one of my concerns about this is mostly I'm not very selfish, but I'm very concerned about Kingsman. I hope that they continue with movies like that are still kind of edgy. I know people have been saying that Disney is uh is not going to really alter the content, but as we see, they have already got rid of Hidden Figures, so they have already done that. They haven't got rid of Hidden Figures, but getting rid of Fox 2000 just goes to prove that some of these changes will be tough and hard, and it just sucks that it doesn't suck that executives are losing their jobs, but it does suck that the people under them are losing their jobs. But I'm more excited about just like the future of one of the things that I'm not excited about is probably I think that competition creates the best creativity, and with a move like this just goes to show that maybe Disney won't have that creative edge that it once had. Like when we see what Marvel had to go through, like if you remember back in 2007, 2006, they were taking a huge risk by starting the Marvel Studios, and just because of if Marvel Studios didn't work, they were going to go out of business. Um, and so it took them going at the brink of losing everything to really come from a place to create content that is innovative, that is creative, that really drives people, that really resonates with people. And my fear is that with this new acquisition, Fox has, I mean, Disney and Fox, they have essentially they are the juggernaut on the yard, and it's going to be interesting to see if they lose that creativity or lose that innovation.
Yeah, just rounding off some of the things they got: X-Men, Deadpool, Fantastic Four, Die Hard, Aliens, Predator, Avatar, which has like three movies in there, Planet of the Apes, Kingsman, Home Alone, Night at the Museum, Ice Age, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, The X-Files, 24, The Simpsons, and Family Guy. So they got a lot of content, and again, a lot of that is very off Disney brand. And this is a problem when you're dealing with a lot of corporations like Disney and Nintendo that focus on family-friendly content. Is like people are scared that they're going to tone it down or that they're going to get rid of it. And we saw a little bit of a test drive of that this Christmas when they had the it was like the not rated R Deadpool cut that they did for Christmas. Uh, but overall, I think that because as much as we say like competition breeds creativity, like there's not many people out here competing on the same scale as Disney as far as their movies have gone. If you look at like the lineup Disney has for this year alone, Aladdin, Bam Lion King, Frozen 2, Endgame, Captain Marvel, like they're on a just a whole nother level from their competitors. And I think there's at least some people at Disney who are in it for the heart of the game. What I will say though is they are going to have a hard time keeping up with all this content because they have like you were saying when they were trying to figure out what they're going to do, they have so much stuff now. They have all of the Disney archive, which they I'm hoping they want to put in Disney Plus, plus all the Fox archive, plus they have to figure out what to do with Hulu, which is already a amalgamation of just lots of stuff. So they're gonna have to like make some hard choices. I could see. I don't know what they will do with. That's my big question. I have two big questions, but my first one is what are they going to do with Hulu? Because I use Hulu fairly regularly to watch TV shows and anime, and I have no idea what they will do with that.
Yeah, I think they'll. Hulu is successful for now. I think they'll probably just leave that alone. You'll probably see more Disney oriented stuff and more. And just like the way Hulu is separated, there are some adult themes on there, but there's also kid. There's also a lot of kid content as well. I think that won't change. But let's get into the meat of things. So, let me ask you this, Morgan. Do you believe that X Men Dark Phoenix is still coming out?
That movie, I think, still might come out. That movie might come out.
Do you think all the actors and actresses a part of the X Men universe will still have their same roles in this new Marvel universe?
Maybe, depending on how well they're loved, they might. I know
And
Logan's gonna be gone.
and finally, do you think Channing Tatum will still be Gambit?
Nah,
And also, do you think that there will still be having a Doctor Doom movie?
probably not. No, that's dead.
All right, so we're gonna get into what I want to see from the Fox Disney universe. I definitely would love to see a
If we're asking, I have something I want to see, but you say yours
so
first.
we're not gonna get into the comic book stuff. At first, I would love to see a Kingsman. Well, I guess it is kind of comic book. A Kingsman Black
Three.
Widow, Kingsman Black Widow crossover. Sign me up
They're
for that.
they're making the Black Widow movie has their cast now.
Yeah, sign me up for that. Let me see. Also, I would love a Winnie the Pooh cameo on Family Guy. No reason, just for a quick cutaway. Also, instead of a chicken, I would like Peter to fight Tigger. Um,
All right, all right.
I think that would be more exciting. What about you?
For my wish list, one of the few things I noticed in researching for one of my videos was that with this merger, Disney got back the movie rights to one of their most successful book series, the Percy Jackson and the Olympians Rick Riordan universe, published by Disney Hyperon. And with Rick Riordan now starting the Rick Presents to present more diverse and beautiful stories, I think it's time we go back and we revisit the Percy Jackson series. And I'd love for the Percy Jackson series and the other ones and the Rick Presents to get the cinematic universe treatment, or at least a TV show. Give me a TV show. Come on now.
Facts. I feel you there. But let's talk about let's talk about
If we're gonna talk about if we're gonna talk about comics, I have a question for you.
all right, shoot.
How do you think Disney is going to put the mutants and Fantastic Four into the MCU at this point?
Oh,
Do you think
I
it's going to be in game
no, I don't.
or
I think that is way too soon. I think if anything, what Marvel does is it'd be easier to integrate it would be easier to integrate the Fantastic Four instead of mutants, just because the Fantastic Four are four people with Doctor Doom, and they already have some of the rights to some of the Fantastic Four villains. And so I think that would be easier. I feel like they could even say, instead of, or they could not start it at Endgame. They could do like the end credit scene. Uh it could be Ant-Man saying, "Hey, when I was in the quantum realm, I met this family who said they have been exploring the universe and they would like to meet y'all." And that's just how. And then it just has like the four at the end, and they gave him like the Fantastic Four communicator and something like that. Just something simple like that. I feel like when it comes to X-Men, when it comes to mutants, you have to separate. I would not even involve mutants in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I would have a separate universe for mutants solely dedicated, just because when X Men work the best are is when they are isolated. Whenever mutants and just regular superheroes always clash, it's always a conundrum. It's always bulky. It's always chunky, and it's not smooth. Such as X Men versus Avengers was way too long, or and just like so that was one of the best ones. So when you separate mutants from the MCU, I think that works best.
Do you think they're gonna treat it like they do the TV shows where it technically takes place in the same MCU, but it's not
No,
that?
I don't think it'll be like that at all. I think it'll be a completely separate universe.
All right. So with this new Disney Plus, going back to those TV shows, do you think we're gonna get crossovers with those TV shows? Some of the because they've had some pretty good TV shows. We've talked about them, Cloak and Dagger, Runaways, Cloak and Dagger getting a season two, which is exciting. Maybe we could get back the Netflix collection. Do you think that they will start building out that universe?
Um, I do feel like I know I feel like Cloak and Dagger was already in it's already in the Netflix universe. It's just in New Orleans, that's why we don't see them. And but I feel like they're already connected. But I wouldn't mind seeing a Gifted in Agents of Shield crossover. I think that could be done. I think that
Have you been watching The Gifted?
a little bit.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's straight.
All right.
But I actually feel like they could. I don't want to say discover mutants, but they you could definitely link that through one of the TV shows like Agents of Shield to to like finding like mutants and other and just like mutants in general. So I feel like that works. I also think that yeah, but I really just think mutants are fine on their own, and they don't really need the Marvel universe. And the X Men are such a big commodity that they necessarily do not need to have they don't need to have like the shoulder rubs of working with Iron Man. Well, not Iron Man because he's gonna be dead, but working with like Black Panther and Captain Marvel.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm excited to see how they play this. That to me is going to be a big step in just a big writing trick to figure out how to incorporate all these new IP into their cinematic universe. But
Yeah,
we're
for
excited to see
sure.
what Disney can do with their new stuff. It feels weird, but how well do you rate this deal?
I say 10 out of 10. Just like Fox can solely focus on just being the bad guys without trying to mix it with family oriented stuff, and Disney just gets another arm to continue their dominance.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Well, things are definitely ramping up, so I'm also excited to see what other people do. But I think this has been a very productive discussion. So, Marcus, run it down. What are we doing this week?
Okay, yeah. So definitely today is we're recording on Thursday. This comes out on Friday. So we have a Super Flow Bros that just released. We have a Dust Off the Cartridge that just released, and on both of those we talk about Daniel Caesar, Just Hilarious, Apple, Apple vs Spotify, gaming phones, Overwatch League, NBA 2K League, new game releases, the Nintendo Indies, and much more. And we also have a Captain Marvel spoiler review. Check that out. We have a pretty packed April, and we are not going to just release it just yet. But make sure you stay tuned. Follow 26 and Glencoe on Twitter at 26 and G. Follow us on Instagram at 26 and Glencoe. Follow us on Facebook at 26 and Glencoe Media Network. Follow us on YouTube at 26 and Glencoe Media Network. Follow Morgan on all social media platforms at Metro Meta 26. Follow me on all social media platforms at One Marcus Flowers. And until next time, peace.
See ya.